Hello, hello. It's about that time again. You know how it is, right? We've got middle nursefather Otis. And, oh my god, she's 3 pages. And I can't even look at the comments because, Jesus Christ, these people are certainly something. And, oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell? Skill 3-4? Huh? Huh? Okay. I think we'll start with oh my god. Okay, let's do this then. Her skill 1 is lust, and everything else is envy. It's all envy. Oh, okay. So, let's see. If she has her thing, she just kind of uses a 5-coin skill. Okay, goddamn. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know how we're gonna trigger this yet. But it removes a seal, and somehow you get to find this. Oh. So if she has Lefton, just all of her skills will become their -2 variants. Anyway, skill 1 has coin power, heals her for an amount of SP, inflicts bleed count and more bleed. Skill 2 is a 3-coin blunt skill. Envy gains offense level up, converts the skill coin, converts coins based on on how much vengeance tattoo she has. If she has first seal removed or second seal removed, then she inflicts burn based on how much bleed she inflicts. And then skill 3, gain final power based on the bleed and burn on the target. Based on the amount of envy resonance, gains coin power. If she has enough, if she has Leviathan, she just uses a 5-coin skill. The normal skill 3 gains offense level up based off the highest resonance. Gains final power if she has enough, or based off the vengeance tattoo, and gains more unbreakable coins. If her sword is at first seal or second seal removed, then inflict burn based on the bleed. It consumes the middle, the grudge, And then if it was activated as a counter, gain blunt damage up next turn. Inflicts a lot of bleed. Some bleed count too. Oh, right. The skill 3 inflicts bleed, bind, bleed, paralyze, more bleed, and deals a lot of damage. Jesus Christ. And the counter, as is standard with a middle ID, at X plus sum of NVA resonance, use skill 3 as counter, and then combat start, gain X% of missing HP as shield, as well as lowering the user's stagger threshold. We will go to the passives and such before we do the other skills, just because Jesus Christ is always just considered as an identity that inflicts burn and bleed, and if has first or second seal, then all the skills are considered as burn and bleed. Passives. Upon entering the fight, gain sealed sword. When each seal is removed, gain rising fever. When the following conditions are met, lose rising fever. Okay, so when using skill 3, including via the counter, lose a stack of rising fever, and then also just if there's enough NVA resonance, then lose a stack at the end of the turn. So I guess rising fever is a cooldown. Let's see. If she has enough rising fever, she can use, okay. If I had to guess, it's at 0 rising fever stack. Then she'll use the unpack as an unopposed attack at the end of a skill. Jesus Christ. If she failed to do it, then she does it at next turn combat start. If she has, while she has sealed sword at less than X% HP, just use time to unpack regardless of rising fever stack. At X% or less HP, gain ridiculous grit. When staggered, recover from stagger. Dear God. Let's see, turn start. At X middle grudge, replace a skill on the unit's dashboard with the skill 3. Only applies to leftmost slot's bottom row on the dashboard. Does not activate if the skill 3 is already on that slot. Next passive. If Ishmael is if middle Ishmael is on the field, then one of these two gains. Outis gains. Check this out, kiddo. And if it was the first skill this unit used in that turn, gain additional. Check this out, kiddo. And then on hit with a skill, gain some more, but does not gain some with cracked coins. Okay. And these ones will apply to Ishmael. If Ishmael wins a clash, then she gets praised. And if she hits someone, then she gets praised again. And if it was skill 3 as a counter, then she gets more praise. If it's a correct coin, she doesn't get praised. And then, of course, the evil and intimidating Ryoshu passive. It's, let's see here. If die, or the usual, Ryoshu will gain entanglement, of course. She will take less damage for the entire fight, which is insane. And when hit, gain offense level up. It doesn't say how much, but Jesus Christ. When Outis has Levitin, then when an ally that has X% HP loses a clash against an enemy, use the skill 3/4 as that targets the said enemy as the main target, and said ally as the sub target. Oh. Okay, so Ishmael has a higher HP conditional than anybody else, but she can do it to anybody. If she kills a middle ally, she gains envy damage up next turn, but if it kills Ishmael in particular, she gains avenging family. Let's see what some of these skills do. So we figured out how to use time to unpack, which inflicts and burn, inflicts and bleed, raises stagger threshold, and inflicts envy fragility next turn. And more importantly, this thing. Unclashable. Target fixed, 1 coin. It does not trigger defense skills and cannot be reused. Gain final power based on burn and bleed on the main target. Gain more damage, or more final power and damage based on the vengeance tattoo. And if Ishmael is among the targets, deal more damage. Attack and consume middle grudge and gain middle grudge. If target ally is killed, then gain middle grudge. And the 1 coin will do if target resistance is blunt or lower than normal to blunt, then treat it as normal. So basically, you can't resist the skill. It inflicts burn and bleed count, or burn potency and burn count, as well as the same thing for bleed. And then it deals a lot of blunt damage. Let's go back to a passive, because Jesus Christ. Oh, not that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Back to the passives. Book of Vengeance, House of Spiders, Special Clause. Turn end, apply Vengeance mark on X enemies that dealt the most skill damage to an ally. Okay. Turn end, apply Book of Vengeance, House of Spiders on X enemies that dealt the most skill damage to this unit. the middle grudge based on the envy resonance. If following conditions are met during combat phase, gain middle grudge. And then when hit by another unit's skill, or when Ishmael is hit by another unit's skill. So if Outis or Ishmael is hit, then Outis will gain middle grudge. Which I think we already have via Ishmael. Yeah, right here. Middle grudge stacks it to 15. If the target has a vengeance mark, deal 20% more damage. And then she gains more because her and the Ishmael do not count towards these ones. So I'm guessing that this is probably slower than Ishmael or herself. If a middle ally is hit by another unit's skill, or if House of Spiders ally is hit by another unit's skill. Which I guess would probably include Ryoshu, now that I think about it. When this unit gains middle grudge, if target has a vengeance mark, gain additional stack of middle grudge. Gain vengeance tattoo every time she consumes X middle grudge. I think this is probably going to be about the same as hers, which is 1 middle tattoo for every 5 middle grudge, but I'm hoping it goes up to 3 times per turn. Anyway, next up. Effects only apply to Ishmael. If Outis is hit by its skill, Ishmael gains middle grudge. Support passive is someone mess with my family. Combat start, allies that equipped counter skills gain damage up and protection. If the ally is in the middle, gain envy damage up and protection instead. Probably 2 envy damage up. Let's see these. Sorry. Let's see these effects. First up, Book of Vengeance. Against... Let's see, yeah. Against units that have this effect, Outis and Ishmael heal SP on hit. When hitting Ishmael or Outis, they gain a stack of middle grudge. The middle grudge. Oh. Why is it different? They changed it. I mean, it looks like it's the same thing, but they changed it. Because the sprite's different. Anyway, Vengeance Tattoo gain final power for every X stack. And then gain envy skills gain blunt. Envy and blunt skills gain deal more damage for every X stack. Okay, so literally just all of her skills deal more damage. Reduced when this unit is hit by X skills. At X plus stack, gain base skills gain final power. Blunt skills deal more damage for every X stack. And it's the same for Ishmael, but a different thing. Probably has less effectiveness. Ridiculous Grit. Any attack type resistances become normal or lower. Great. And take less damage. From skills at least. When Clash win, heal additional SP. At turn end, if she lost SP due to her skill effects, deal more damage using base effects and lose stack at turn end. I'd have to guess that this is a one-time thing. Sealed Sword on. Okay, she gains haste for some reason. Blunt skills deal more. Sorry. Blunt skills deal more damage based on the bleed on the target, and the final coin will deal more damage or deal extra damage or blunt damage. First and second seal, just add bleed add burn to that, and I guess probably increase the amount of effectiveness from it. And Leviathan, turn start, inflict burn on all units on the field. And technically that would be really good for, say, self-burn character identities, such as Ardor Blossom Starfaust. Which I guess you could technically run in an envy team because of Hexnail. Yeah, you could run her in an envy team because of Hexnail. And replace her skills with Leviathan exclusive corresponding skills to each rank. Blunt skills deal more damage based on the burn and bleed, and more damage again. Avenging the family, envy skills deal more damage, and all of her base skills just gain final power. Rising Fever is literally just a cooldown. Okay, so now that we've seen everything, we can go back to our skills, finally, and see what these do. Skill 1-2 is a 2-coin, unbreakable, envy blunt skill. Gains coin power, lose SP after use. Okay. Gain burn based on the number of coins. If she has metal tattoo, or she inflicts more bleed, she can also inflict, let's just, what the fuck? Okay. Coin 1, inflicts bleed count, raises stagger threshold. Coin 2, inflicts burn and raises stagger, inflicts burn count. Then, bind and paralysis if she has vengeance tattoo. Skill 2 is a envy blunt skill with 5 coins. What the fuck? Gains final power based on the burn and bleed. Offense level, of course. More aggro. Gain burn. Lose SP. Coin 1 inflicts burn. Coin 2 inflicts bleed. Coin 3 inflicts burn count. Coin 4 inflicts bleed count. Coin 5 inflicts burn, bind, and paralysis. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Skill 3-2. 5 coin, envy blunt skill. Gain final power, do more damage based on burn and bleed. Offense level up, of course, equal to the highest resonance. If has Vengeance Tattoo, gain coin power. If has Vengeance Tattoo, inflict bleed equal to, or just inflict bleed potency on hit. After, just gain burn based on the number of coins. I mean, that's alright, I guess. Attack end, lose SP, consume the middle grudge. If activated as counter, gain blunt damage up next turn. Coin 1, inflict burn. Coin 2, inflict burn count. Coin 3, inflict bleed. And deal slash damage equal to the burn, or based on the burn and bleed on target. Coin 4, inflict bleed count, as well as deal more slash damage. Coin 5, deal pierce damage and blunt damage based on the burn and bleed on the target. And you can use that every turn because of rule violation. What the fuck is this shit? Anyway, I think this is really strong. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.